Here comes Danny Williams, and we're going to watch very, very closely here for any signs of tension, pre-fight nerves. We've seen so many Tyson opponents dissolve mentally in these last few seconds before coming to meet him in the ring. The intimidation factor, the very thought of being in the same ring as a man with such a ferocious reputation. But frankly, to me there, Danny Williams looks as cool as cucumber.
Yeah, you don't want them too cool. If anybody wasn't nervous at this stage, then you'd be more worried about them. It's the same as Danny's weight. He's almost 19 stone. If he'd come in light, I would have been thinking, heaven's sake, has he lost weight through nerves? He's looking good, he's looking focused, he doesn't have those rabbit in the headlights eyes. So let's hope for the best when he gets into the ring here.
He's been watching videos over and over again of the way Lennox Lewis destroyed Mike Tyson 2 years ago, when Tyson did look a shot fighter, an old man. That looked like a retirement fight. But here we are 2 years later, and Tyson is still fighting on and still dreaming of becoming heavyweight champion again. Williams may believe that after the setbacks in his career, things haven't gone well. There's been a lack of self-belief. He's underachieved, but this fight he could see as a present. This could be the moment, the chance to gate crash the big time.
Yeah, well, this has come right out of the blue. He must have thought his career was going absolutely nowhere. The main thing, I was speaking to Danny yesterday, and I said, when you wake up on Saturday morning, make sure you can say you give it your best shot. It's the biggest chance in your life. Make sure you have no regrets, win or lose, on Saturday morning. I hope that's the attitude he takes in here now.
He's been meditating in his hotel room this week, thinking about it. He's fought this fight 1,000 times in his head. He doesn't look, as so many Tyson opponents have looked, like a man going to the gallows. Not yet, anyway.
Well, he knows what to expect here. Danny must realise he will have to go through some pain in the first couple of rounds. He must get beyond those rounds, but he can't do it negatively. It has to gain Tyson's respect. It has to keep Tyson busy at the same time. But he must know the longer this goes, the better his chances get.
By the way, they even rehearsed that ring walk, I understand, earlier on, just so he had the feel of the arena. And he's waiting now for Mike Tyson, who is on his way with trainer Freddie Roach, with whom he's formed a great relationship. The best trainer-fighter relationship that Tyson's had, I reckon, since he was with Kevin Rooney in the early days. The sycophants and hangers-on have gone. It's a small team now. Tyson's rededicated himself to the business, has trained as well as he's done in a long time, tried to get his life in order. Can he have an Indian summer in his career?
Well, I think the fact that Tyson seems to have his head together at the moment, he has one of the best trainers he's ever had. I had a great respect for Kevin Rooney, but since then, I think Freddie Roach is the best he could have. Freddie Roach realises what he has to work with, a 30-year-old man whose best days are behind him. So he knows what to expect from Tyson and what to work towards, and I'm sure he'll have him in the best shape possible at this stage.
Just listen to the cheer as the crowd catch a glimpse of him in Louisville. He's glad to be here. So many towns and cities in America have shunned him. This man is reviled and revered in equal measure. He's been through jail, bankruptcy, divorces, lawsuits. He's threatened to eat his opponent's children, non-existent in the case of Lennox Lewis. But he's trying to turn over a new leaf. Can he rediscover himself as a fighter?
Well, once again, he proves that nobody generates excitement like Mike Tyson. Nobody else in the fight game have people on the edge of their seats the way this man can do it.
And as Tyson makes his way to the ring, Williams, out of shot, was just glancing down, looking at him with a half smile on his face. Here comes Tyson now. Will he try to intimidate Williams in any way? Will he go and eyeball him? Will there be any of the old antics? No. They do respect Danny Williams, the Tyson camp, but they do think that there are technical errors that he makes, and they think he is mentally fragile. Not the bravest, was how Freddie Roach put it when I interviewed him.
Yeah, and Tyson has said a couple of days ago that he expects a one-round victory. Now, Danny Williams can turn that into his favour. That shows a lack of respect. I think they prepared properly for this fight. Freddie Roach wouldn't put up with anything less. They've studied fights, they have a fight plan, but I think when the first bell rings, Tyson will go back to what he always does, look for a blast out.
Now he is eyeballing Williams across the ring, and Williams was looking straight back at him. You remember how he used to do that when he was 20? Prowl across the ring like a caged tiger, twitching his neck. He hasn't been doing that here. There's the tail of the tape for this fight. Williams, by the way, a heaviest ever, 18 stone, 13 pounds. That is deliberate, they say. They want to barge Tyson around on the inside. They want the extra weight. Tyson, by the way, is 16 stone, 9 pounds, which is a pound lighter than when he fought Lennox Lewis, but half a stone heavier than when he fought Clifford Etienne, his only fight since. No 3 knockdown rule for this. You can't be saved by the bell in any round. That might be important if Williams, it's likely to be Williams, isn't it, is in trouble late in a round. So remember that one. Nearly all set to go here. The latest comeback of Mike Tyson in what looks a wide open heavyweight division. How will Britain's Danny Williams cope with this in what is a very, very surprise chance for him? A few months after he lost his British and Commonwealth titles to Michael Sprott, he was going nowhere. Then came the phone call. Here comes the chance. Look at the crowd here. It's really grown up to about 16,000 now. Here we go with Jimmy Lennon Jr., your MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to Freedom Hall here in the beautiful city of Louisville, Kentucky, as we present our featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Straight Out Promotions in association with Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina, and Showtime. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the Kentucky Athletic Commission. The chairman is Mike Cunningham, commissioners Ballard Cassidy and Paula McClellan. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Jack Locke and Dr. Mark Wheeler. Timekeeper at the bell is John Cooper. Keeping count of the knockdowns, Hector Falú Mendoza. Judging at ringside for our main event, from Owensboro, Kentucky, Dan McClellan. From Louisville, Kentucky, Johnny Monson. And also from Louisville, we have Steve Ryan. Introducing at this time our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of this bout. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Dennis Alfred. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in a heavyweight special attraction. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Louisville, Kentucky, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, ladies and gentlemen, on my left. He is fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring, wearing white trunks with red trim, and joining us from London, England. He weighed in at 265 pounds. His record stands at 31 wins, 3 losses, with 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former British and British Commonwealth heavyweight champion, introducing Danny Williams. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner, really needing no introduction the world over. Entering the ring, wearing his traditional black trunks and hailing from Catskill, New York. He weighed in at 233 pounds. His record, 50 wins, 4 losses, 2 no contests, with 44 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the number 8 heavyweight by the WBC. Tonight, he is making his return to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Please welcome the one and only Iron Mike Tyson.
He's in the mood now, Tyson, and in danger of becoming popular as well.
Once again, a referee in charge, Dennis Alfred, now to give instructions. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean bout. Protect yourself at all times. obey my commands. You're good about here? You're good here. Y'all have any questions? Touch them up.
You won't believe this, but Danny Williams, during the introductions, looked down at us at ringside and gave us a smile. He is so relaxed. I hope he's not too relaxed. How will he cope with this first round? He knows this is the moment of his life. Tyson is starting to breathe fire, you sense, in these last few seconds before the fight. Last-minute instructions from Freddie Roach for Tyson. Roach was saying he wouldn't mind if Tyson did 4 or 5 rounds here, got a few rounds under his belt. He said there might be some ring rust. A lot of people think this could go in a round. Tyson has done that 23 times in 56 fights. Here we go. Can Williams make a statement early? Yeah, he goes for it with a right hand. He doesn't cover up. Oh, no. Tyson back using the jab, which went missing for so often. Williams tries to counter him with a right hand here. It's quite a start.
When Tyson's pushing him back, he must manhandle Tyson. Don't allow him to work. It's good that he's blasting back, but he still has to be careful when his body weight's pushed back. That's a good job from Tyson.
One thing Williams hasn't done is frozen. That's for certain, because he came out and tried to throw something straight away. He's coming in with a strategy and an idea. He's got to try and carry it out on the left on the inside there. Tyson 38, remember now. Williams was 13 when Mike first became world heavyweight champion in 1986. Quite a thought that. Good body shot from Tyson, who looked so sharp when we saw him working the pads in the shopping centre down the road earlier on in the week.
See, Danny can't match Tyson for speed, so he's going to have to match him for power in the early rounds. He's going to have to hurt him, gain his respect.
Got to use that jab as well. Tyson's trying to get his jab back. He lost it for a long time, and the head movement too. They'll be looking for body punches as well. That's a key to the Tyson strategy, I know. And he ripped in a right hook and a left, and that one just shook Williams, but he did take it. And another one and a left. Williams is in trouble here in the first round. Tyson's got him going. He has to hold on. Shaken up. Round one. Crisis. First crisis for Danny Williams. Can he get through it? Tyson might have him here. He's a great finisher.
See, Williams' legs have gone. There's no power in his own punches. All he can hope to do here is survive. Just hang on for dear life. The first left hook was a beauty. He took it well, but he didn't take it as a warning, and the others landed.
Ferocious power still there for Tyson. But we kind of knew that. He's going to the body. There's another uppercut through the middle. This is pretty electric from Tyson early on here. He doesn't look like a shot fighter tonight so far. But how long can he keep it going? That's another thing. Can Williams ride the storm like the one that's raging outside, or has been tonight, with tornado warnings as well in the Louisville area?
The trouble is, Ian, these punches that are taking something out of Williams, they're rocking him right down to his boots. Tyson complaining. Maybe a clash of heads there. That's it. Uppercut landing again.
And a right cross and 2 more left hooks. Unsteady on his legs, Williams, but takes it. Maybe that's why he came in so heavy for the fight. He's really had to suck it up, and he's showing plenty of heart in this opening round.
Well, Ian, it's good the way Williams' head is clearing after he's taken these shots. He was badly hurt, but his eyes are focused again. He's obviously in good shape. He's expecting to be hurt, but he's coped with it so well in the first round. Big round for Tyson, but a point made by Danny Williams.
Okay, Dan, keep your hands up high.
See, the trouble is, Tyson is so good at getting close. His style, his whole career long, has been all about getting past people's punches, getting close. Now, that was the warning, but he didn't take the warning, and Tyson just caught him again with the left hook. That one took his legs completely away. The uppercut was a beauty. That was a finishing punch, but the man took it, and I was surprised how quickly his eyes cleared after it. He takes another one in the chin. Amazing. Certainly nothing wrong with his chin or his heart.
Give all the respect in the world to Danny Williams. There were ripping body shots, uppercuts. He went through the repertoire, Tyson, in that round. I mean, that was almost an echo of the old days. His round 2, but Williams has got through it. Tyson is a lot fitter, we're told, than he was for the Clifford Etienne fight 17 months ago, his last fight, which he won in 49 seconds.
It's also notable, Ian, Tyson's not wasting punches. He's not swinging wildly. It's as if the old technique's back. He's cool, he's calm, and he's accurate.
And he's finding gaps too in the Williams defence. When Williams jabs, he brings his left hand back a bit low, leaves himself open to the right hand, and does tend to circle onto the right hand as well. They kind of unveiled that looking at videos of him, Tyson and Freddie Roach.
Well, Williams can say the worst has happened. He's taken Tyson's full-blooded shots, and he's still there. If he can just turn around and hurt Tyson with a big right hand, that's all he would need just to get that confidence up.
Tyson complains about something, and then Williams comes in with a left hook and rips home a right hand as well. Then a body shot back from him and says, have some of this. He makes a little statement back to Tyson.
That's exactly what's called for. Show the man you're not there to make up the numbers. That was a beautiful left hook.
This is good so far. Right cross, left hook from Tyson, head and body. But how long can he keep this going at his age before he gets a bit punched out? That's a little question you might care to bear in mind. If Williams can bring that into the equation, he has to keep on taking the shots, of course, for it to happen.
Well, I'm impressed, as I say, the way Williams has taken the punches, and he's back looking fit, strong and focused again. The eyes are totally clear.
He's trained well for this fight in New York, trained long and hard. Good jab from Danny Williams, who has underachieved in his career. He is quite classy when he cares to show it. He wants to show tonight that he's a world-class heavyweight himself. Nice right uppercut from Tyson. Back comes Williams with a right cross. The crowd are liking this. And Williams is making much more of an argument than people thought of it. Tyson's going to have to work for this. Williams is making him work. Catches him with a clubbing right. Left to the body as well. And this is much more competitive in this round. And Williams is dishing out a bit of his own.
I tell you what, Danny doesn't like working at this pace, but it's wonderful to watch. He's giving as good as he's getting here in the second round. This is a tremendous performance by Danny Williams.
Can he turn a courageous performance into a sensational one if this goes on? Tyson still very good with the hooks and especially the uppercut. They've worked on that, driving punches up through the middle, working the body pretty well too. It's as sharp as I've seen him in a while.
Yep, it's as though he's getting his old technique back. As I say, Freddie Roach is a big plus for him at this stage in his career. But full credit in that round definitely goes to our guy, Danny Williams.
Well, it's great action so far, this. Tom Patty, by the way, one of the men on that caption, goes back to the old Catskill days. A new man in the corner. And Ira Trocker is the cuts man ever since anybody can remember. But this is good, isn't it, Jim?
Yep, again he was caught with full-blooded shots, took them and come back. I thought he gave as good as he got. That was a little complaint from Tyson. Was it a low blow? But he was looking to the referee. It looked like maybe one straight just a little bit low. But this is far better already than we expect from Danny Williams. He's showing Tyson, he stopped Tyson in his tracks. He's not really shaking him yet, but Tyson knows there's a guy here, wants to give him a fight.
Is this the same Danny Williams who went through all those weird antics in the British title fight with Michael Sprott? This has concentrated his mind wonderfully. But there might be another storm coming from the baddest and sometimes the saddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson. Good body shot from Williams with his back to the ropes. He's eating it up. They swap body shots, and again Williams stays with him. A lovely uppercut on the inside from Tyson. Williams came back with one of his own. It's getting fiery there. There's a bit of blood around as well.
The little nick, I think, in Danny's eye.
Yeah. And a gum shield has come out, has it?
Looks like a point from I don't know if it's for holding and punching. Looks like a point from Danny Williams. I mean, he's not even making it clear what this is about.
It's a point off Danny Williams, I think, for
holding and punching. I think it's for holding and punching. I'm not sure.
Well, it seemed a fair enough exchange to me on the inside there. Are they on Williams' case? The referee, Dennis Alfred, is not making it very clear, and there's mass confusion. Has Tyson picked up a little cut in all of that as well?
Well, there's blood on Williams' face. It may be come from a cut in Tyson.
What's the decision they're trying to say? Yeah, he's got a cut by the right eye in all of that, Tyson. The referee, who's got 25 years experience, but not much of it at this kind of level. Did he deduct a point? I don't think he did. I'm not sure, frankly. We'll check on it. Right hand, though, from Tyson. The points are likely to be academic. Tyson hasn't won a fight on points since Razor Ruddock in 1991. Well, it's rip-roaring entertainment, this, so far as good as any heavyweight fight we've seen in a while, title or non-title. And a low blow deduction now for Danny Williams. Now he has got a point deducted.
Well, Ian, I'm sure that there was a point deducted first time as well for holding and hitting, and so I'm sure that's 2 points from Danny Williams, and that's how we have to reflect it in the scorecard. You have to be guided by the referee, but I think it's a downright liberty.
Yeah, pathetic, frankly, from the referee. Real hometown piece of refereeing. Pathetic.
Good right hand. Williams is still getting the punches off. Tyson's trying to push his body weight back, but Williams still able to get them off.
We'll have to check this, whether Williams had 1 point deducted or 2 in the round. That might dispirit him a little bit.
Well, Tyson was a little bit cynical with his head then. Don't see any warning coming that way, or a stern look was all they seemed to get from the referee, not a ticking off.
But he's still staying with Tyson, almost punch for punch, but that's a big left from the ex-champion there. But Williams is eating these up and still coming back at Tyson, and I think he fancies he'll get to him. A real mean look about Williams. I've never seen him like this before.
Ian, he's taken another full-blooded shot and he's come through it. This is unbelievable stuff from Danny Williams. Another full-blooded shot lands on his chin and he comes right through it.
And Tyson's wondering how he's still there in front of him, but he is, and he still looks pretty competitive, Danny Williams as well. Tyson again finds a very sharp uppercut. Williams looked on the verge of defeat in the first round, but increasingly he's taking these shots. When will they get to him? Oh, another left hook from Tyson. Didn't quite land flush. Otherwise, Williams might have been on his way out of the arena.
Unfortunately, Ian will have to be scoring that 10-7. I would never have dreamed of that. The way Williams responded, but I thought it was Tyson's round and we have points deducted. I thought the referee was totally out of order there.
Let me keep it. I so much. You want to say it? Can I keep the pressure on?
Well, the judges are trying to check with the referee how many points he's deducted. It is, we can confirm, 2 points off Danny Williams for alleged transgressions in that round. And I have to say, that was appalling refereeing in my book.
Yeah, because there was some cynical head work from Tyson later on in the round, and all he got was a stern look from the referee. Really hometown refereeing here. But we can look beyond that to the pluses. What a performance so far from Williams. Every round he's taken a full-blooded Tyson shot and come on through it.
I'd say whatever happens here, this is the performance of Danny Williams' career. No matter what's happened in his campaign as British and Commonwealth champion, and his poor effort at the European title against Samuel Sam, when he was knocked down 3 times and stopped in 6th round.
Well, Ian, Tyson was coming into it. That's a good right hand.
Yeah, he's in trouble again from that, Williams. But again, his head seemed to clear, and another huge vintage Tyson right. Cracks, explodes against the jaw of Williams, and he took that too. You can't believe this.
See, the thing is, Tyson was expecting a one-round job. This is exactly what Danny Williams is expecting. He's getting what he expected, and he's coping with it perfectly.
Well, we wondered if Williams could get to the 4th round, and we thought if he could, he might start to make it very interesting. He has got to the 4th round. He might have had 2 points deducted in that last round, unfairly, we thought. Let's see what happens now.
Well, if he can start using the 2-stone advantage now to manhandle Tyson, push him back, make space for his own punches, could he turn this all the way around?
Danny Williams is doing British boxing proud here. So far, he's done nothing less than phenomenally, faced with the kind of heat and electricity that Tyson can exert.
And there's a flat-footed look about Tyson now, Ian. He doesn't want to be in this kind of fight at the age of 38, especially when he's expecting a one-round job.
Chance of Tyson from the 15,000 fans in this Freedom Hall where Muhammad Ali made his debut after his Olympic gold.
They're both really feeling the pace. They're both taking big shots. They're throwing big shots. Tyson's still just looking that little bit more dangerous.
Williams has certainly had more than his fair share of moments, even though Tyson, I fancy, has been winning the rounds.
Well, definitely the first signs of tiredness in Tyson's work. He's not quick to resume the attacks.
Right cross twice from Williams as they work in close. He's not intimidated by Tyson. Is he going to get to him? Will Tyson punch himself out? Will his age begin to tell now?
Ian, the first signs are showing that Tyson is punching himself out. He's throwing single shots. He's taking punches now. His defences are scattered.
And he's in trouble here. Williams is getting to him. Big attack from Danny Williams. It's about a dozen punch combination. And Tyson rocked a little bit from these. He's in big trouble and he goes down. Only the ropes kept him out. 38-year-old Mike Tyson. We could be on the brink of a sensation. The count is 5 and he stops the count because Williams wasn't in the neutral and then he picked it up at 6. 9, he's going to knock him out. He's all knocked out. A sensational win for Danny Williams. One of the biggest wins in British boxing history. You cannot believe it. Tyson may be knocked into retirement by the unconsidered Danny Williams of Great Britain. Absolutely amazing.
Well, after stringing it along for all those years, Danny Williams is finally done what we expected, more than anybody could expect him to do. Wonderful performance, and he did it the right way. He took everything that came his way from Tyson. He took Tyson's best shots and dished out better. Wonderful performance, fantastic.
I'm trying to get my breath back. That is the biggest British win in America, I'd say, since Lloyd Honeyghan upset the man who was regarded as pound for pound the best in the world at the time at his weight, Don Curry, back in 1986, 18 years ago. The reverberations of that will be felt all around the world. Is that the end for Tyson at 38? He looked so sharp, but Williams got through those first 3 rounds and unbelievably knocked out Tyson in the 4th at 2 minutes and 51 seconds of round 4. Danny Williams, who's had so many disappointments in his career, but has always hinted that he had a lot of class, tonight it all came together. Faced with that occasion, he just produced something so very, very special. It's his night, and maybe the very end for Mike Tyson. Nobody here can quite believe it.
Well, Mike Tyson is so used to bullying people, but Danny Williams took his best shots, took him flush on the chin and came firing back. He answered everything that Tyson threw at him, and look at the finish here, couldn't miss. At this point on, Tyson had nothing left. At 38 years of age, suddenly he started looking his age, but that's because of what Danny Williams was dishing out.
Jim, I just counted that, 20 unanswered punches from Danny Williams to end the fight, and the referee abandoned the count at 5.
At this stage, even once again, he tried to help Mike Tyson. He stopped the count and sent Danny Williams back to his corner. He did everything he possibly could tonight to ensure a Mike Tyson victory, and Danny Williams even beat the referee. Wonderful.
The count was about 14, I reckon, altogether. Strictly speaking, Williams wasn't in the neutral corner, but the referee was so biased and should never be let near a big fight again, as far as I'm concerned. But never mind, that's a subplot here. Look at this from Danny Williams. He knew it was his time. What a night for British boxing, Jim.
It's unbelievable. I would say this must be... I know Mike Tyson is well past his best, but I don't know that there's been a bigger upset in British boxing. As you say, Lloyd Honeyghan was a fantastic upset, but Lloyd Honeyghan was a world-class fighter. We did not expect this from a man who's just lost his British title.
They will talk about this win for as long as boxing is practiced. For Danny Williams, look at the face of Tyson there. Beaten for only the 5th time in his career. Buster Douglas, Evander Holyfield twice, Lennox Lewis, and now another British boxer, Danny Williams, has done it, and he's done it in 4 rounds. It's a knockout, a count-out.
Yeah, and he was putting full power into every shot, but this time he knew he didn't have to worry what was coming his way. He must have felt up close he was so much stronger than Tyson. There were signs that Tyson was flat-footed at the start of the round, that maybe he'd shot his bolt. Danny sensed that and just poured the punches. Every one a quality shot. Hips and shoulders going right in with the shots. Tyson with absolutely nothing left.
On the Richter scale of boxing shots, mark that down as a 9.
So you can see Tyson has everything punched out of him here. I cannot speak so highly of Danny Williams. He took everything that came his way. It wasn't a sucker punch, it wasn't a fluke. He took everything that Tyson had and come back with something better.
Look at that image. It needs no caption. The final moments of Mike Tyson's boxing career. Surely he can't come back from that, Jim.
Now, how can he be marketable now if he can't? I mean, British heavyweights are looked down on throughout history, apart from 1 or 2, especially Lennox Lewis. But this must be the biggest shock America has seen in years.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 2 minutes, 51 seconds in round number 4. Our referee in charge, Dennis Alfred, reaches the count of 10. He's the winner by way of a stunning knockout, Danny Williams.
And I'm still struggling to believe it. A lot of people didn't think Danny Williams would last a round, including the American television executives who are behind Tyson. There are some sick faces around here. There's a lot of money invested in Mike Tyson. Danny Williams didn't care about that. It was his night as far as he was concerned. We listened to him all week. We wondered if he was just talking a good fight. We feared that he'd fall apart, but he's rammed the words back down everybody's throat. He's been absolutely equal and measured up to everything he said he would do in this fight.
Zoe, come on over here. Zoe, Danny just won a big fight. He got something he wants to ask you.
Zoe, I'd like to marry you.
Yes.
Will you marry me?
Yeah, of course.
Not a bad night in the life of Danny Williams, that. He knocks out Tyson and gets the girl. Hey, Hollywood couldn't write this. Where do you think this takes you now? You've suddenly arrived among the elite of world boxing in one crashing sensation.
Yeah, I think it enables me to get a world title shot straight off, you know. But, you know, not putting myself down, but I didn't really box that well. I went to war with him, which was wrong, but I proved that I've got heart. For some reason, people don't think I've got heart.
Did you really think you made a mistake? Don't you think you made a statement by imposing yourself on him? You looked like you might be beaten in round 1. How badly were you in trouble?
Yeah, he hurt me for about 20 seconds. I was hurt, and so I held on and played smart. But, you know, the plan was to box him and then take it to him after 4 rounds. But, you know, he had other ideas about that. So, you know, I just went to war with him and I won, alhamdulillah. What round was it anyway?
It was the 4th round, Danny. But people will say it was the 38-year-old Tyson, but he looked so sharp. He didn't look a shot fighter in those first 3 rounds.
Yeah, he wasn't. Like I said from the beginning, he's 40%. He's 40% of what he used to be, but he's 40% is 100% of most people. And, you know, all praise be to God. Thank you, Jim McDonald, for helping me. He trained me hard, and Dwight Yard.
You threw 20 punches unanswered to finish the fight. Can you think about what you were doing during those moments, or what you were thinking?
No, I just think, you know, I watched the Holyfield fight many times, and I noticed that when Holyfield hurt him, he just kept throwing. He didn't let him have a break, so that's what I intended to do. Just kept throwing. But once Mike gets hurt, he's very hard to recover. And I knew he was tired anyway. He was tired. He's hitting me with very hard shots, but I wasn't going nowhere.
Do you think that's ended Mike Tyson's career? Do you think you've done that?
I think that he'll probably ask for a rematch. If he can't win the rematch, he will definitely retire.
It's too soon for you to say so, but just tell us, who would you like to fight? Because the world is your oyster now.
Yeah, Chris Bird, Vitaly Klitschko, any of them guys.
Just take a look here, Danny. You can see the end of the fight. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep punching, keep hurting the guy. And I knew that once he never threw back, I knew I had him hurt. That was Holyfield, man. Just keep punching, proving that I had heart, man. Take him out.
Everybody said you might dissolve mentally before the fight. You seem to cope with that easily.
Yeah, you know what? All praise be to God, Allah. You know, for some reason, the Michael Spock fights, the key fights, they seem to drain me mentally. But this fight, you know, I just felt so good about it, you know.
Everybody's saying this is the biggest sensation any British boxer has caused since Lloyd Hannigan beat Don Curry in 1986.
Yeah, I definitely agree with it. My trainer Jim McDonald nearly done it against Zuma Nelson, but you know, I done it here tonight.
Put into words what it means to you.
Oh, it's unbelievable, man. It's my greatest moment in boxing. I didn't think anything would top the Mark Potter fight, but this has definitely done it. I'd like to propose to my wife, Zoe. Zoe, will you marry me?
Yeah, and she did. I saw that in the ring. She said yes. You not only knock out Tyson, you get the girl too. What a night.
Definitely. Yeah, we've been together like 13 years now, so it's time to do it.